Well, finally, it's college football season in Boulder, Colorado, as the Buffs will open up year 3 of the Coach Prime era against Georgia Tech tomorrow night. A lot of history with that one. 35 years ago, split national championship. We'll be talking about that here the next few days as well. Coach Prime in the house. A program brought to us by Aflac, of course. Coach Prime, best friend of the Aflac Duck. And good to see you.
Good to see you too, my man.
Man,
I'm glad both of us are doing well. Don't just put it on me.
Yeah.
Both of us
yes.
are doing
the
well.
last 20 or 12 months or so have not been good to either you nor I.
Right.
The good Lord's been nice to both of us. We come back from it.
He's been gracious.
You feeling good? You looking good?
I'm feeling great.
Yeah.
I'm feeling great. Just got finished with my daily walk with several members of the staff. We love walking around campus, walking around this beautiful city, man. So I'm feeling good.
Are you at this point? Are you anxious? Are you nervous? Are you excited for?
Never nervous. More anticipating the different challenges that this team, this game, that staff over there, Coach Bear, Coach Key, what they're going to present. I'm excited, man, for the opportunity of a lot of our coaches, staff, and a lot of the players.
You come through a full month of camp.
Right.
You kind of give us an assessment, a grade on what you saw from your team.
I saw some young men that are very physical, very athletic. I love what the depth is at multiple positions. I love what I'm seeing. Special teams, I feel like, are going to be special. Our kickers, punters, kickoff guys, they're phenomenal. I think they're going to excel, as well as our return men. They're going to do well.
Knowing how you approach everything, I mean, you're always analyzing, want to improve, want to get better, how should we do this? Opening up year 3, even though you had kind of an odd offseason with all that you went through, right? You feel better about where this thing sits right now than it did the first 2 years?
Definitely. I think this is the best team we've ever assembled.
Is that right?
Thus far, yes. Yeah. We had some tremendous athletes. We have some tremendous athletes now. But overall, this is the best team as well as the best staff.
A lot of continuity. I mean, you like the fact that you've –
I don't know what that means.
Right. You've got guys that have been around the block a time or two now, and they know what to expect.
Yeah, but you know, with the portal, everybody got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But I like the depth. I like because I got to prepare for the ifs.
Yeah.
This happens. Where we going with that? If that happens, let's make sure we straight with it. Like I like the ifs, and we're prepared for those ifs.
You know, the relationship you have with your sons, and have you caught yourself at any point through the month of August thinking, you turn to Shiloh, you turn to Shadou?
Yeah.
And they're not there?
I look in the back and sometimes and trying to make sure Shiloh's on time. In the back row back there.
So you haven't had to worry about that, I guess, during camp.
Not whatsoever.
Yeah.
But and sometimes, because we talk every day. You know,
Sure
me and
you
my boys, we talk, and my girls, we talk every day. So you're going to miss them because you're dad, and that's the only life you've ever known.
Right.
But it's a pleasure not to have to worry about them.
With what those two guys have both gone through with NFL training camp, what's the best piece of advice you've given them, do you think, during the last week or so here?
This too shall pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, just stay rock steady. Right. It's going to be all right. God got this. We're Sanders. We're going to have adversity. We're going to go through trials and tribulations, but we always persevere. Yeah. We always do. So just rock steady.
What did you say during your presser the other day? Something about, I think somebody asked about Shiloh getting waived, and you said, hey, with football or without football, we're going to be fine.
Yeah, but you don't understand that. We prepared all my kids, my girls, you know, like I prepared my oldest daughter for adversity in relationships. And I'm like, baby, Daddy has persevered through 2 divorces. I'm still here. I'm still standing. I'm still happy. I'm still wonderful. And my younger daughter dealing with relationships and just dealing with life and transferring of schools. Like, I've been there, done that. Yeah. So I've gone through things that allows me to tell them what to expect, how to expect it, and when to expect it, and how to persevere through it. So it's a beautiful thing.
Are you good at letting them leave the nest, or do you get a little melancholy on occasion?
Well, I could say I'm good, but then it would sound contradictory because I've coached them their whole lives, my boys. But yeah, even first of all, it's a blessing to play with your kids, you know, and have them play for me and their collegiate careers. It's a blessing, but they're prepared for life. Not only psychologically, spiritually, aesthetically, financially, but they're just prepared for life. Yeah. They really are.
Every team every year is different.
Yeah.
Right? It's got a different personality to it. But you take, I mean, between Shiloh and Shador and even Travis last year, and the other guys who went through the NFL, those are dynamic personalities that were in that locker room.
Yeah, yeah, but they understand the concept and the thought process of team.
Sure.
All those young men, they're not our guys; they're team guys, and that's why several of them made it. I think the 2 or the 3 that could get picked up by another team, that doesn't mean that it's over because they did a phenomenal job and they tried their best.
Right.
You don't have to be the best, but you got to give it your best so that you could live with yourself for the rest of life.
Yeah. So with those guys being out of here, how do you try to coax along a new personality or new culture within that locker room?
I don't know if we want a new personality. I just think when you have key guys in business or in athletics, you highlight those guys and the characteristics of those young men or women and what they exemplified. And in your next recruiting process or hiring process, you try to emulate and imitate what those previous persons brought to the table. And that's what we are. We try to get the tough, gritty. It may not be a 4 or 5 star guy like a Cam Seelman. You know, you try to get that small, quick, versatile Florida dog like a Jimmy. You know, like right. You and LaJonte. You try to go find those guys. They don't have to be a 4 or 5 star, but because those guys weren't. Yeah. But you go get them and try to emulate the personalities thereof and bring them into the fold.
So in terms of that locker room kind of finding itself, can coaches influence that, or does it kind of happen organically?
Well, coaches want who they are. Like a Marshall Falk is coaching the backs. He's going to implement the things that he learned, the things that brought him success, the type of person he was on and off the field. He's looking for that in his locker room. Pecco is looking for that big physical guy that can hold down the fort that won't be moved, and Sapp is looking for the same thing as such. Jay Field was a smaller guy that caught 100 balls in college because he understood the offense. He was technically sound. He was sufficient. He worked his butt off. Like, you're trying to look for that person that you were and emulate some of those or arm them with some of the attributes that you were successful in. Yeah. And that's why I love the staff.
Yeah. I asked Marshall the other day. He and I did a sponsor event together. And I asked him the same thing I asked you about great player. You know, the kids don't see what you saw or do what you do. And I thought he got a great – somebody told him, he said, when he got into coaching – by the way, he told me the story about he said, Coach Prime didn't just come out and ask me if I'd coach. Yeah. He said he looked at me and said, I need you. Yeah. And he said, man, once he did that, he had me.
That's my guy. Well, we worked together for over a decade at the NFL Network. Yeah. So we have a tremendous relationship. Another guy's on campus right now that's one of my dear friends that helped me throughout my trial and tribulation I just went through that spoke to the team this morning, Randy Moss.
Yeah, I saw that video. For folks that didn't see what he said, I thought he had a powerful message to your guys.
I can't regurgitate that. Yeah. That was unbelievable. That was just telling him 2 minutes before he got up there, and that's what he came up with.
Well, he was speaking from the heart.
Unbelievable. I mean, that what he's accomplished, what he's gone through, and him helping me through my trial because he had already gone through his. Right. It's unbelievable. He still has a stint in, Yes. So it's unbelievable, man, what he's dealt with over the past year.
When you've got guys like that, I mean, you were around a lot of athletes that you didn't necessarily have great relationships with, but with Marshall, with Randy, what was it about those guys that clicked with you?
The thirst for greatness and unacceptance for mediocrity. Right. Like we wanted it all. We didn't just want a little bit of it. We wanted it all. And we could identify with one another the way we prepared, the way we studied, the way we went about our task. That's why we click, because we can identify with one another. There wasn't no shortcuts. Yeah.
So when you bring somebody in here to talk, because the guys you've brought in have been the best of the best.
Yeah.
So you not only want guys who are great athletes, there are a lot of those out there, but there's more to it. You want guys that are substance too, right?
Substance.
Come and talk to your team.
Yeah. But even the guys that have made the mistakes, I want them to be open enough to talk about the mistakes they made and how they redirected themselves with a navigational system and got them back to the right course in the right direction. I really don't want guys to talk to my guys without blemish.
Okay.
All my friends, family members, and then some, we all have blemish.
Because we all fall short, and you want your players to understand that.
Because they've fallen short.
Yeah.
So I can't cast judgment on them.
Right.
When I've done the same. That's why I always tell them, guys, we're going to the hotel on Thursday night. It ain't nothing you can't think about that I ain't done. Fire escapes,
Right.
stairwells.
Right.
Trust me, I've snuck girls up everywhere. So
Okay, now
there's
there's stories I'd love to hear, but we can't tell them on the show.
But it ain't nothing you ain't done that our staff hadn't already accomplished.
Yes, exactly.
So we will be there.
Yeah.
So when she walk up the fire escape, I'm gonna be sitting right there in the chair like, hey, baby. Nah.
Part of what you're talking about, I think, is the fact that sends a message to guys that would translate to the field. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Those are going to happen.
Right.
But we got to be able to get over.
You got to get back up and let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't make a mountain out of it.
Right.
And you can't make a novel out of it. Let's get back up and let's go. And then you got to learn how to release it. Just let it go.
Love it.
And I told him this week, we're crippled by yesterday, and we're traumatized and afraid of tomorrow, and we're missing our now. We can't miss our now.
Interesting.
Our now
Say that again. That was really good.
I don't know what I just said. It just came. It just came.
That was okay. We're going to roll the tape back for later.
Yeah, rewind that.
We'll send you the recording of that because that was really good.
Send me that. That may help me.
What Prime just said. They're getting ready for Georgia Tech on Friday night, 6 o'clock at the Folsom Field. Our program is brought to us by Aflac. Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Visit Aflac.com to learn more. By the way, Robert Livingston still to come. We've got DJ McKinney going to join us, starting cornerback for the Buffs. One more segment with Coach Prime that comes your way after a quick break. This is Colorado football from their field. Getting ready for Georgia Tech in town. A program brought to us by Hilton's on Canyon. You coming to Boulder for a game? Stay at the Hilton's on Canyon, the Garden Inn in Boulder, proud hotel partner of the Buffalo. 6 o'clock on Friday night, the Buffs and Georgia Tech. 4 o'clock, we'll get things underway on the network of the pregame. We continue with Coach Prime. We got Robert Livingston coming up, and also DJ McKinney, two guys from the defensive side. Hey, at your press conference here today, you made the announcement that Caden Salter is going to start at quarterback.
Yeah.
Tell us about what you like about him, what you see from that young man.
Well, I like that he has experience. I like that he's a dual threat. He throws a good football, as well as I feel like he could make the necessary plays that we're going to need to be made.
Sure.
And the timing of that. I don't think the stage would be too large for him, and the lights are too bright. I think he can handle it, and he's very versatile. He's gonna impose problems to opposing defenses.
I think people think about him, watching him throughout camp. People think about him. He's just a runner.
Right.
He's pretty. Pat Sherman and I earlier today talked to Pat.
He can throw the ball.
Yeah,
he can throw the ball, but it's hard to prepare for running.
Right.
It's hard to prepare for guys that run the football, and we can never appreciate him in a manner that we ought to, because in practice you don't get credit for running the football as a quarterback.
Right.
You get credit for throwing the football and completing the football and your accuracy. So we have not even seen as a team how good he could possibly be.
It was a great competition between he and Julian this camp. Julie, 17-year-old kid. My goodness gracious, amazing where he's at, only being 17 years old. In that situation, when you make that decision, what do you say to him?
I say to him, you're going to play.
Yeah.
So you just have your butt ready. I know this is odd for you not to start, and this is odd for you not to be the guy, but you got to prepare yourself in this manner. You got to be ready for this stage, and I want you to be successful. So I'm not going to throw you out there when you could be a little too prematurely ready. You're not done yet, but you could see what this kid is going to be.
Yes.
And I'm not saying going to be next year. I'm not saying going to be about a 5th or 6th game, but I'm saying going to be soon. Now, we do plan on playing him, and he's going to play. It just depends on the rhythm and the flow of the game when we can implement him.
Well, when you watch him, I mean, boy, the ball comes out on time, on target. He throws it very well.
Yeah.
And, I maybe this is two old guys sitting here talking about kids. They're different right now, and I say this in a positive way, because they've had so much exposure. There's a worldliness about Julian when you're around him, that he's seen some things, but he's still got things to learn from a football standpoint.
Yeah, he does. And you got to understand, like, both of these young men are fathered, and they're parented pretty darn good.
Is that right?
Yeah, and I love that component being another asset to these young men, that they don't just, they call home and it's to their fathers, to their mothers. They're very respectful men. And Caden, you got to understand, his brother played for me in youth.
That's right.
So I saw them quite a bit.
You've known that family a long time.
Yeah, and I always try to figure out, why didn't he play for me? And his brother did, but I know he played against us in 707 in high school.
Okay.
But he never played for my youth teams there, but his brother did.
When I did interviews during camp with the offensive line coaches and a couple of the offensive line, every guy said the same thing. Prime told us we are going to run the ball effectively in 2025.
It ain't no negotiating that.
Right. You feel confident seeing what you've seen in camp?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. And those guys are physical, they're tough, and they're nasty, man.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like those characteristics of linemen. And those guys want it. It's not like it ain't no play, no games. When they get out there on that practice field, they buckle up and they go to work. And you got not just Jordan on the left side, but you got some guys, probably 8 guys that could possibly start on that line. And I love what all our coaches are doing for all the offensive line, the three-headed monster. Coaching those guys are doing a great job.
Coach, well, it was day 2, I think, at camp. And I see Jordan walking after practice, and I hollered to him. And I called him over, and I said, Jordan, last year you were a very good true freshman based on talent. I said, my goodness, I don't know what you did, but you look like a top.
That's Swayze.
Isn't that nuts?
They call it body by Swayze. That's what they do. That's what they call it. They love him. They respect him. Their whole strength and conditioning staff has changed. We got 2 wonderful women on there that I'm not going to say they're dogs. It's not correct to call a woman that. But they're very suffice in what they bring to the table. They're very good. And
what
the guys respect the heck out of them.
What is it about Coach Swayze, though, in terms of his approach, his system, whatever it is? What is it about it?
It's hard for you to understand.
Yeah.
And it's hard for the listeners to understand what I'm about to say, but he just got that Florida in him. It's that Florida thing.
All
man.
right, you talk about that. I don't know what that means.
But it's that thing that made LaJohn and Jimmy and Travis originally from Florida. It's just that thing that made them who they are. It's just that it factor.
It's an attitude.
It's an attitude. It's a way of life. It's the way thought processes. All of that.
Yeah. You did something different in camp this season. It took me a few days when I was out there for it to hit me. There was no music playing at camp this year.
Yeah, that was my fault. I'm not in charge of music. I'm in charge of a lot of things.
But I'll tell you what,
ain't one of them.
when I've talked to some of the coaches, is that better for learning and paying attention? No?
Music don't cause you to win or lose.
Okay.
It just lightens up the mood, makes up the mode. I don't know if my DJ was holding out for more money. I don't know. I don't know. Was he looking for an NIL deal? I don't know what's going on, man. I'm not a coach, man. I'm not the music guy.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, on the defensive side, that you got Robert Livingston's second year kind of overseeing that. Made great improvements last year.
Yeah.
And you like what you're seeing over there?
I love what I'm seeing over there. I think the depth in the front, the speed at the linebacker position, and the understanding in the secondary is going to be tremendously different. Yeah. You don't have a shutdown guy like a Travis Hunter over there, but you do have DJ that you're going to have on the show. He's doing a heck of a job.
I'll tell you what, he's a player now.
He looks good. He's doing a heck of a job in his click. Don't underestimate what Preston Hodges brought to the table. He's like a changed man. Not that he played bad last year. He played really good, but this year he's playing with purpose and a tenacity and a knowledge of the game. So those guys, what Carter's going to bring, we got a couple safeties, other safeties going to get opportunity as well. It's like a coach is going to add more to this, but it's like an open trial back there. So the best man wins the game. And you love competition at every position.
Every year guys are going to get, the point is they want to get better every single year.
Yeah.
When you take a guy like Travis out of there, though, guys will elevate, right?
Yeah.
Because they know that guy's gone.
That's the standard.
Yeah.
They saw the standard. A few guys that were here, they saw the standard, and they understood. If you practice like that, if you work like that, these are the results that can happen. And you got a second pick overall, and he is who he is. So they saw the standard, and they want that kind of love. I don't know too many kids at this collegiate level that don't want attention and affection and love and support.
Sure.
And to be that guy. Yeah. I don't know too many of them.
Yeah. What kind of response did you get when you came back the first time they saw you after being gone for a few months?
They probably knew it was going to be a little tougher. It's going to be a little tighter. Yeah. No, I'm just joking. It was welcoming. It was delightful. I mean, when they found out what transpired, because I don't think they knew.
No, they didn't.
Nobody. And thank God to my circle around me that close mouth. That they did a great job of keeping it tight.
One thing I said, the fact that a guy like you could keep that quiet the whole time, that was probably the biggest miracle of the whole thing.
You got some good people around you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't care what they say about Sam. He's a good guy. I don't care what they say. He's a good guy.
He's shaking his head over there right now.
Yeah. What kind of pants he wears? He's a good guy.
Okay. Hey, Ralphie retired. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. I think we all saw that coming.
Well, we probably did.
I'm just saying what everybody's thinking. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm the guy that say what everybody's thinking. But how do you say this? Like she is going to be another Ralphie, right?
Yes. They've already got the other Ralphie. She's in training right now.
She's been training.
Yeah. So just like we do, somebody graduates or goes to the NFL, we got somebody ready to come in, and then so she'll be here at some point.
Yeah, but I'm hating the point that we are missing a Ralphie.
Yeah,
but it's game. I'm like,
right.
So you didn't see that coming? So
it's
like tell our coaches. So that just snuck up on you, like that's what we always say.
Extenuating circumstances.
Yeah, it's sort of like when you land, and I've had this plenty of time. Like when you land the plane and there's no ramp for you to get off.
Right.
I always say, so we just snuck up on you, huh?
We flew in
Yeah,
from
we just flew in. So,
we flew in from Dallas, and nobody
yeah,
knew we were
nobody
coming.
knew it was coming. We just snuck up on you. So the thing to Ralphie, like it's just snuck up on the season. Just snuck up on you.
So number 7 will be here at some point.
So it's the 7.
No, number 7, yeah.
I don't believe in luck, but that is a good number.
That's a great number.
Right?
That's
I
good
don't
stuff
believe
right
in luck.
there. I'm with you.
We got to
I'm
get
with you.
Ralphie ready so they could,
Exactly
we
right.
do our thing.
Hey, give us a quick thought about Georgia Tech before we let you go.
Well coached, physical, tough. They move a lot. They're gonna make you communicate, and that's what a lot of collegiate aged persons don't do is communicate. They text or they on the social media, but we're gonna have to communicate. We're gonna have to be physical. We're gonna have to eliminate mistakes and play fundamentally sound football. It may not be a beautiful thing, but it's gonna be a physical thing.
Who are you going to walk with before the game now?
Jesus.
You've been walking with him for a long time.
You know
though,
what?
so-
I tell you what. I can't say the name, but one of our young men told me a few weeks back. He said, "Coach, you know me and you taking that walk before the game," and I almost cried because it was that emotional that he would think enough forwardly to say, "We're gonna take that walk before." So I don't know how many guys may jump in, but he told me that. So I'm gonna wait to see.
I love it.
If he recalls what he said.
Well, I'm glad the season's here. I'm glad you're doing well.
Hey, man, glad you're doing well.
Oh, yeah, we're doing all right.
You all right?
Oh, yeah.
Back on the saddle?
Oh, yeah, we're out there.
Okay.
It's all good. He'll be out there on Friday night against Georgia Tech, 6 o'clock, Buffaloes and the Yellow Jackets. Thanks, Coach. We got Robert Livingston, defensive coordinator, coming up next as we continue here.
Blitz.
There you go. This is Colorado football from Deerfield. Football is brought to us by Taco Bell. Hey, Buffs fans, get game day ready with the Taco Bell Buffs Box. You guys had one of these yet? For just $7, you're going to score 4 Taco Bell Classics, a large fountain drink with a collectible cup featuring either Juju Lewis, Drillon Miller, Jordan Seaton, or Quentin Gibson. Big flavor, big value. Built for Buffs fans, only at participating Colorado Taco Bell locations. Liv Moss. You know who always lives Moss? That is our defensive coordinator, Robert Livingston. He is here, ready for that first ball game. All right, how about you right now? You anxious, you nervous, you excited? Where are you at right now?
I'm kind of thinking about that Taco Bell Big Box, to be honest with you.
See?
I mean, that could be
Why
lifesaver.
Why is there no Robert Livingston cup?
I know.
Collector's Cup?
My
huh?
wife actually got one the other day.
Yes,
She
you're
said
right.
it was good. Yeah.
All right, fantastic.
No, things are exciting. Obviously, first games never get here soon enough.
Yeah.
Feel like you've been doing this feels like we've been in camp forever. So I'm excited for the guys. Obviously, I think it's lost that, these guys work really 9 months out of the year for 12 opportunities. So big senior group this year. Some of them have been with us for a while, some not so long. So just excited to see them go play, and obviously doing it at home in a special place. It'll be a great night.
You got, 2 or 3, depending on how you look at it,
Yep.
returners from a year ago. That's a lot of newness. That's kind of the way college football is with guys coming in and out. This unit, is this a more talented unit this year, do you think, than maybe you had a year before, or is it hard to evaluate?
It's hard to evaluate. I mean, I think in everything you do, you got to take Travis out of it. I know, it's kind of a shocker statement there.
Yeah.
I know we're deeper. I feel really good about the depth up front.
Yeah.
We've added 2 really good pieces in the portal at linebacker, and got some guys coming back. And then the secondary, obviously you sleep easy at night knowing you have Carter, Preston, right, and DJ coming back, and then kind of the moving pieces around that. It's been a great camp. It's been a competitive camp that way. Everybody's got a chance to play, and everybody will have a package, so it'll be fun.
Those 2 linebackers, Reggie Hughes and Martavius French, they're pretty impressive looking guys when you walk out the practice field, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They're they're kind of the new breed of linebacker, right? It's not fitting powers in the A gap anymore. It's running sideline to sideline, and they've both kind of played multiple spots at a couple different schools they've been at. So they've come in. It's always new and hard for a new player to come in and be a leader in those things. So I've really seen the growth probably over the course of the last month of you can hear their voice, you can feel them when they play, and the guys are drawn to them. So excited for those guys. Obviously, we got some people behind them that'll get some reps also. So you know how early games are in the year. You're trying to figure out who your best 11 is and moving and matching there. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Robert, during an off season, being that there is going to be a roster turnover as there is in college athletics right now, how much do you look at your system? How much do you evolve, change, especially since there was, I think there was 30 guys after spring ball that came in.
Yeah.
And so it's tough to know what you're going to have once August hits, but how much do you look at system, kind of evolve your system a little bit?
Yeah, we talk about it all the time. Here it's about the players, not the plays.
Yeah.
There's plenty of stuff that we've done over the course of my career, whether it was all the way back at Furman or with the Bengals, that you might not just have the players to do. So we do it a little bit different. I personally kind of take the first 6 spring practices, and it's just player evaluation. It's super simple stuff. It's seeing who can rush, who can cover, what they do well. And then you can kind of get a plan. And then obviously after the second portal, in my mind, the first week of training camp is the same thing. It's player evaluation, and you kind of step back and say, hey, this is the team we want to be. But I think too often in this profession, why do you do it that way? Well, it's because we've always done it that way. That makes no sense to me. If you're Microsoft or Google or a billion-dollar company, right, like you're constantly asking yourself, what is the why here? Why are we doing this? Why are we teaching this way? It's 2025. These kids learn different than I did, than you did. Like the days of the hour-long meetings and just watching film, that doesn't exist anymore.
Sure.
It's people are very visual. They want to move. They want to walk through. They want to do those things. So it's fun to kind of learn the learners, if you will, and how to reach guys and how to get. That's our job, is to get the most out of them. And it's been a really, really enjoyable camp that way, as you see kind of the light come on for guys that maybe they didn't get it before. So it's a testament to our staff also. Everybody takes ownership of their position, and they've done a great job.
So last year, the Buffaloes led the Big 12 in sacks. You kind of manufactured those, I thought, in some ways last year from a system standpoint. Can you do that again this year? Is this front that you've put together, is this, you think, a front that will be more stout against the run?
It's bigger, definitely. I think as you've been to practice, you kind of look around.
Oh, yeah, they look the part now.
Yeah. That's our standard. We talk about it all the time. Last year, I think when you think about legacies of programs and, when you leave a program like B.J. Green, for instance, right, who just made the Jaguars and had a great year last year. He paid it forward in a way that he set the standard for the new guys to go chase. So I'm excited to see what that looks like. Obviously, week to week, maybe it's half a sack, maybe it's, I think in Arizona we had 5 or 6, right? So they kind of come in bunches that way. But I'm excited to see what the guys do. I feel really good about that room. You've already touched on the interior. The defensive end room, obviously we got Arden Walker, Keaton Wade, Samo, and a bunch of young guys behind them. So it's exciting.
Brandon Davis swing.
Yep.
He's a big
Yeah,
son of a gun, isn't he?
He's done a great job.
Yeah.
He was here before I got here as a young player. And, he was kind of making the transition from end to tackle. And
he's growing into a tackle.
Yeah, he's eating himself into a tackle,
yes, he
if
is.
you're honest with yourself.
Yeah.
And then really had a good spring and a testament to the strength staff. We get back in training camp, the end of July, and he looks like a dude. And he's had, he's really strung together a great month. So I'm excited for him. It's his first time, under the bright lights. And, he's put in a lot of work to get here, so he deserves success.
Georgia Tech comes to town. They've got a guy in Haynes King, quarterback, very mobile guy. We saw him, the Buffaloes did, when he was with Texas A&M, and he got hurt. We played him down at Mile High Stadium in Denver.
Okay.
I think he lasted 2 or 3 series and had an injury, and so they took him out. But we've seen him, know what he's all about. This offensive system that Georgia Tech has.
Yeah.
They want to run it. They've got a quarterback they can run. A lot of movement out there. This is a difficult offense to defend, isn't it?
It is. I can't say it starts with their head coach. Obviously a former offensive line coach. So I think their whole team takes on that mentality. That kind of, very physical, dominant downhill mentality. I think their offensive coordinator is as good as it gets in the game in terms of shifts and motions and
Chris Wenke.
So Chris is the quarterback's coach. Buster Faulkner is the offensive coordinator.
Okay, all right.
Shout out Buster. I said that, not him. That's not,
that was not me. Yeah, that is not.
That's not bulletin board material. But yeah, Chris could probably still spin it. You see him on the sideline. He looks about 6'6", like Peyton Manning out there. But it's a tough offense. It really is. They've got really good skill players. Obviously, you touched on the quarterback. The running back is dynamic. He's probably as good as any back we're going to see all year. And they got 4, 5, 6 receivers that they can throw out there. So that's why the hair is a little bit grayer than it was maybe the start of training camp. But it'll be fun. It's first games, you never really know. We joke around and say we don't have a contract with them. If we did, we would make some concessions on both sides. Hey, don't run this play. We won't run that play. So it's really about us. We got to be sound. Number one, it starts there. We got to be great communicators, and then as a staff, we just got to be, put out fires on game day. That's our job.
Yeah, it really is about adjustments, isn't it? Early on, because you're going to see some unscouted. Like they're going to see unscouted from you. You're going to see unscouted from them.
Yeah,
right?
I think it goes back to your system, right? As long as you feel confident in the way you install your system and what your rules are and what your checks are and all that stuff, then you go in, and after about the second series, you probably look at your call sheet and say, okay, they weren't doing what we thought they were going to do, and then you got to adapt and adjust. And you got to have the mental fortitude to say, okay, hey, guys, we got to make a change. And I think that's, again, talking about the staff, when you think back to last year, George Hilo was such a great addition for us in the run game at halftime, making adjustments and all those things. And obviously Kevin Mathis in the pass game, hey, we were expecting this, we're seeing this, let's go to this. And they have the answers. It's I think we've all been on staffs or worked at places where a lot of people know the problems, but they don't know how to fix it. These guys are very forward thinking. So I can't say enough about George and Kevin and really everybody on the staff. So, it's going to be a phenomenal test, a phenomenal challenge, but it's why you do what you do, right? It makes it easy to wake up in the morning.
I've asked you before about having Coach Sapp on the staff.
Yeah.
Domata Peko is one of the great guys you're ever going to be around.
He is.
And was a phenomenal player for a long time. I asked him one day, I said, how are you so nasty in the field when you're just such a gregarious guy?
Yeah.
What's it like having him on the staff and helping you guys out?
It's great. Domata was with us in Cincinnati for, I guess, I want to say 8 of my years there. And he had a C on his chest, so he was a captain. Didn't play on third down, so that should probably tell you what kind of teammate he was, what kind of locker room. So people just respected him. We obviously had a cast of characters in that locker room at that time, and he was the one that kind of kept everybody together. And he's been a great addition. As you mentioned, when he's on the grass, he's as passionate and stern as anybody. And then when he's in here, he just wants to put his arm around the players and tell them that he cares about them, number one, and he wants the best of them. And obviously when you do it as a nose guard in the NFL for 15 years,
Yes.
you got some skins on the wall. So they tend to listen.
You are a tough individual.
No doubt.
If you live that existence for as long as you did. Hey, great to see you.
Yes, sir.
Good luck on Friday night. Let's get a win.
Thank you. Sounds great.
All
Go
right.
Buffs.
Robert Livingston, defensive coordinators for the Colorado Buffaloes, as he is set to take on Georgia Tech on Friday night, 6 o'clock at Folsom Field. DJ McKinney, cornerback, going to join us after a quick timeout as we continue here. This is Colorado football from their field. Brought to us by Aflac. Hey, every stadium generates some food waste on game days, but thanks in part to certified compostable packaging from Boulder-based Eco Products, the dedicated team at Folsom Field able to turn a lot of that food and and the packaging it comes in, and a compostable product instead. Eco Products, proud once again to be the official zero-waste partner of the Colorado Buffaloes. Voice of the bus, Mark Johnson. DJ McKinney, number 8, cornerback for the Buffaloes. Man, game day. You excited about it finally being here?
Oh, yes, sir. All the preparation, all the meetings, all the just everything that goes into game prepping, it's all worth it for this.
What was your offseason like? I mean, everyone talks about Coach Swayze, right? I know he impacted you as well. Do you have a good offseason? You feel good about what you did?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Strength and conditioning program was amazing this year. I seen the transformation in guys' bodies. Jordan Seaton, one of the guys I really seen it in, and then you got Anquin Barnes on the defensive line, man. He's running like I ain't never seen him before.
Really?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Fantastic. Good camp. You feel good about what this defensive unit did the last 4 weeks?
Oh, yes, sir, most definitely. I feel like we've locked in, bought in to what the coaches were, trying to instill in us and, just ready to go out and perform.
Second year with Robert Livingston as a defensive coordinator. I know you guys, all the defensive guys talk about Coach Rob. You like him? You feel good about this system that he's installed?
Oh, yes, sir, most definitely. This is the first time in my collegiate career that I had the same DC, so, it's a blessing.
Is that right?
Yes, sir, it's a blessing.
Wow.
Really, yes.
Okay.
Real comfortable.
So there's continuity that comes through that, right? There's a comfortableness that you have having this for the second year in a row.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. And then, he's always open to listen to what, our input, for the game. And, he's willing to, include us in the defensive schemes and everything, so it's just a blessing.
How about Coach Mathis back there? Okay, there's the guy that did it for a long time in the National Football League.
Right.
What do you get from – and it's kind of interesting. Not only do you have him back there, but, of course, he was close with Coach Prime, who's maybe one of the greatest, maybe the greatest corner of all time. That's some high-level coaching you get from those fellas then.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Like, I like to call Coach Mathis, like – he has an Albert Einstein genius way of going about things,
Okay.
He doesn't, he's not too loud. He's not going to,
just kind of subtle.
Yes,
huh?
real
right?
subtle. He gets the job done for sure.
Yeah. Not a guy that's going to scream and holler.
Oh, nah.
Yeah. Is it intimidating to play that position when you've got Deion Sanders is your head coach, who did it better than anybody's ever done at that position?
I wouldn't see it or say it as intimidating. I really see it as a challenge, a task.
Is that right?
Yeah, a hand that I got to, take care of.
Yeah. How often does he step in at practice and maybe say something to you about, hey, DJ, think about this, or when the receiver's doing that, or whatever it might be?
Oh, yeah, all throughout practice, while I'm lining up, I hear him in the back of the field, hey, watch that slant coming, watch that slant, or first down, third down, first down, shot down, stuff like that. So, it's a constant thing.
Every year when a player comes back, you grow, you're older, you're getting better. And so, Travis moves on last year. You kind of rise now to the guy that everyone looks at out there. Is that a good responsibility for you?
Oh, yes, sir. Most definitely. I see it, again, another challenge, another task to take care of. I'm a competitor at the end of the day, so, I'm willing to take it on and compete.
Yeah. Last year, because of who Travis was, you got a lot of action over on your side of the field. Now, this year, that responsibility of maybe lining up against the number one guy on the other side, that's yours now, isn't it?
Yes, sir, most definitely. That was one of the first things Coach Mathis and Coach Prime told me about this game where, I got the best guy on the field, so, I'm going to be following him throughout the whole game. So just look out for me locking down their best receiver out there.
But that's what players want to do, right?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Yes, sir.
Prime always talks about, I want dogs there. That's what dogs want. Give me the best guy. Let me go out there. That's a challenge for you. You accept that, correct?
Yes, sir, I do.
Yeah. How about Georgia Tech? Tell me about this offense you're going to face.
It's a real disciplined team. They got a lot of, returners from last year, a lot of explosive guys that they have. So, we're just locking into the film, looking at strengths they have, possible weaknesses that we can, exploit and everything. So, we ready for them.
You like the way the culture and personality. When you lose, Shiloh's not there, Travis not there, Shadur's not there. Every new team has got a new personality. You like the way this locker room's come together?
Oh, yes, sir. Like I said, like I always say, those guys last year laid down the foundation for everything, for the culture. Now we just building it up. So, we got new guys, new personalities, learning the culture, mixing in with guys, that's been here and just, ready to go out and compete with each other.
This guy is going to have a monster season for the Buffaloes. It begins on Friday night. Hey, good luck on Friday.
Thank you.
All right. That's DJ McKinney. Number 8 for the Buffaloes. He'll take on Georgia Tech, 6 o'clock at Folsom Field on the network. We are going to hit the air at 4 o'clock with the Buffalo Stampede pregame show. Thanks for joining us on our very first Buffs Prime Time, brought to us by Aflac, for Coach Prime, for Coach Rob, and for DJ. I'm voice of the Bus, Mark Johnson. We'll talk to you next week. This is Colorado.